A subject is a part of a sentence that contains the person or thing performing the action or verb in the sentence. For example, ví dụ, tôi ăn cơm đây, I'm going to have a meal. Tôi, I, is the subject and perform the action ăn, I'm going to have. A verb is the action or state of being in the sentence. For example, ví dụ, tôi ăn cơm đây, I'm going to have a meal. Ăn, I'm going to have is the verb of the sentence. Ăn is the action of the sentence, which is performed by tôi, I, which is the subject of the sentence. The indirect object indicates to whom or for whom the action of the sentence is being done. The indirect object is usually a noun or a pronoun. For example, ví dụ, tôi đã mua 2 hộp sữa cho mẹ tôi. I bought my mom 2 meal boxes. Mẹ tôi is equivalent to my mom. My mom is the indirect object for whom the action of the sentence, which is đã mua box, is being done. Same like English. If the indirect object is put after the direct object, we have to add for or to in front of it. Cho is equivalent to for in this case. The direct object receives the action of the sentence. The direct object is usually a noun or a pronoun. For example, ví dụ, tôi ăn cơm đây, I'm going to have a meal. Cơm, a meal, is the direct object of the sentence. Cơm receives the action of I'm going to have. A subject complement is a word or phrase that follows a linking verb and identifies or describes the subject. Note: a linking verb is a verb used to link a subject to a new identity or description. Common examples are to be, to become, to appear, to feel, to look, to smell, and to taste. For example, ví dụ, mẹ tôi là người tốt bụng. My mom is a kind-hearted person. Người tốt bụng, kind-hearted person, is the subject complement of the sentence, which follows the linking verb, which is and describes the subject mẹ tôi, my mom. An object complement is a noun, a pronoun, or an adjective to rename the direct object or state what it has become. For example, ví dụ, tôi thấy anh ta đang ngủ. I saw him sleeping. Đang ngủ, sleeping, is the object complement of the direct object anh ta, him in this sentence. It follows the direct object and state what the direct object is. A verb complement is a word, phrase, or clause that follows the verb to add more information. Verb complements strengthen the meaning and impact of the verb in a sentence. For example, ví dụ, tôi đã yêu cầu cô ta bỏ đi. I asked her to leave. Bỏ đi, to leave, is the verb complement of the sentence. It supplements the meaning of the verb of the sentence. Đã yêu cầu, asked. An adjunct is a word, a phrase, or a clause that can be removed from a sentence without making the sentence grammatically wrong. An adjunct is usually an adverb used to modify a verb. When used as an adverb, an adjunct usually indicates a time, a manner, a place, a frequency, a reason, or a degree. For example, ví dụ, hôm qua tôi ghé nhà sách mua quyển từ điển tiếng Anh. Yesterday I stopped at the bookstore to buy an English dictionary. Hôm qua, yesterday, is an adjunct. It indicates the time when the story happened. We use imperative clauses when we want to tell someone to do something, most commonly for advice, suggestions, requests, commands, orders, or instructions. We can use them to tell people to do or not to do things. They usually don't have a subject. They are addressed to the listener or listeners, who the speaker understands to be the subject. Verb plus direct object plus job for to plus indirect object plus. For example, ví dụ, ăn cơm tối đi, trễ rồi. Have dinner, it's too late. Verb plus job for to plus indirect object plus direct object. For example, ví dụ, mua cho má 2 hộp sữa, buy me 2 boxes of milk. The speaker and the listener are very close, and this situation is informal. Normally, if I want to make an imperative sentence in a formal or polite way, I will call their names, their titles, and put it at the beginning of the imperative. The listener's names or titles plus verb plus direct object plus job for to plus indirect object. The listener's names or titles plus verb plus job for to plus indirect object plus direct object plus. For example, ví dụ, Tiên mua 2 cái bánh cho em nha. Tiên buy 2 cakes for your brother. Các bạn nghe bài nhạc này nè. Please listen to this song. The listeners are a group of friends of the speaker. Các bạn friends, chị gửi bản tính cho em nha. Send me the calculation. Chị you, the listener, is older than the speaker. Imperatives with let's in Vietnamese. Let's chúng ta formal, hãy cùng tôi, cùng nhau, or cùng informal, or the nouns or pronouns to indicate us. For example, ví dụ, chúng ta mua quyển sách này nha. Let's buy this book. Cùng nhau đi đến Nha Trang chơi nào. Let's travel to Nha Trang. Liên và má đi chợ nha. Let's go to the market. Liên is the speaker and mother is the listener. Please notice that in the situation of instructions, for example, the instructions for the process of making a cake, direct object can be put in front of the verb to emphasize the direct object. For example, ví dụ những quả trứng gà này đem luộc chín, boil the eggs. Đem luộc chín những quả trứng gà này, boil the eggs. imperatives with let me in Vietnamese. Let me, let here means để, depending on the speaker. The pronoun me can be tôi, chị, anh, cô, chú, bác. Subject plus linking verb can be ignored plus subject complement. For example, ví dụ nó rất ngoan, it's very obedient. Is ignored, it's very obedient. Subject plus verb complement. For example, ví dụ, nó chỉ ưa ngồi quanh xó bếp. It loves to be around the corner of the kitchen. Love is the main verb, and to be around the corner of the kitchen is the verb complement. Adjunct plus subject plus verb plus adjunct. For example, ví dụ, suốt ngày em chơi với nó. All day long I play with it. All day long adjunct I subject and play with it is verb phrase. Subject plus verb phrase plus verb phrase. For example, ví dụ, nó lặng yên ngồi nghe em hát. It obediently sits listening to my singing. Subject plus verb phrase plus direct object. For example, ví dụ, ba thương con, father, I love you. Subject plus verb phrase plus direct object plus cho plus indirect object. For example, ví dụ, Liên lấy hộp sữa cho mẹ cô ta. Liên took the milk box for her mom. Subject plus verb phrase plus cho plus indirect object plus direct object. For example, ví dụ, Liên mua cho mẹ cô ta 2 hộp sữa. Liên bought her mom 2 boxes of milk. Subject plus verb phrase plus direct object plus object complement. For example, ví dụ, việc diễn thuyết trước công chúng luôn làm cho Liên hồi hộp. Public speaking always causes Liên nervous.